New company and leading esports infrastructure platform Vindex has announced an exclusive esports partnership with IMAX. So the technology leader in theater, IMAX, has formed an agreement with them where they would create esports events and experiences exclusively for IMAX theaters worldwide. Vindex, if you're not too sure, if you don't know who Vindex is, they're a new company that started in October 2019 by some pretty notable people. We got like the MLG, we got like the former MLG founders. Oh, not former, the founders of MLG here. There's a lot of big investments into Vindex, and Vindex is there's a subdivision called Vindex Studios will be partnering with IMAX, where they'll be developing and distributing esports content all around the world. So it's an article from PR Newswire. They have this listed here from the Vindex CEO Mike Sepso. He says the esports industry has never before had access to the massive reach and unmatched technology of the IMAX platform. Partnering with IMAX enables us to provide esports fans a remarkable experience. Live esports on the largest high-quality screens in the world for the first time. He continues to say, we will focus on creating incredible experiences for fans by combining our deep relationships with esports leagues and game publisher partners with our track record of producing some of the most watched events in esports history. The CEO of IMAX responds to this and says, coming out for biggest year at the box office, it's clear that audiences around the world see IMAX as a go-to destination for fandom, community, and the most immersive entertainment experiences. I'm hyped. I think that's lit. It's like how you see WWE, or if you see like pay-per-view fights, or when you see like just all of these other bigger professional sports getting involved with theater, and you can like watch the games there and stuff, or when the NBA allows like to watch basketball on the screens. I think this works actually like as well, if not even better, because it's giving another place for esports to show. It gives another audience. Like obviously this is like you can watch it on Twitch and whatnot, but it almost gives it a different experience, like with the sound and like the screens. And this might be something that, if it works well and like the partnership goes well with these guys, this could be another monetary source of income for like teams or these companies. It just adds another avenue for money, pretty much, which is, again, like we talk about a lot, the transaction between the spectator, the viewers, and the actual like esports organizations themselves. There's not as much, and I think the industry's in that area right now where we're trying to build infrastructure, we're trying to build connections between both to make more money. Because obviously when you watch something on Twitch, aside from like ad revenue and stuff like that, there isn't really much.
And sponsorship, that's pretty much it.
And sponsorship, but even sponsorships, it's not even a direct sponsorships. You could be sponsored for anyone. Like Nissan can sponsor FaZe Clan, but it's not like they probably get a cut from it, but that really has almost nothing to do with the actual game, right?
Yeah.
It's you're still giving the money to Nissan. So something like this is a little closer to home, I guess. I think this is something that's super interesting. Vindex has a lot of money from their investment period series rounds last year. So yeah, they got a lot of resources, I think. And for IMAX, the infrastructure is already there. When you look at theaters like Cineplex or other theaters like around the world, it's already there. You're just adding esports onto it. So I think this is great for the advancement of the industry. And yeah, I'm super excited for this partnership. What are your thoughts on?
The article doesn't say specifically what's gonna happen in this partnership, but as us, like as these analysts and people who are reading the article,
and like your opinion.
No, I know. So I want to speculate as to what this, as a consumer, it would bring to us. And I think watching an esports match in an IMAX movie setting would be so. It's not professional to say, but it'd be so lit. Like the last movie I've seen in IMAX was Aquaman, and that was an experience in itself. So imagine watching like a Call of like the grand championship, or no, the grand finals of like the Call of Duty championships, and
or like League of Legends, like with the commentators. And
yeah, exactly. So the commentator like blasting in your ear, and it's like 360 sound and like a big screen, and just with a bunch of like in a movie theater, people don't go crazy, and they don't go lit, and they don't go wild. But in the esports settings, people are not afraid to express themselves and and their excitement and everything. So imagine being in a theater with your boys, either cheering for the same team or cheering against people, but just being in a setting like that in just a movie theater. Well, it's an IMAX, but still, just a movie theater. So
yeah, it gives feels like it gives a cheaper option for a social community or a social interaction for the scene, right? Instead of actually going, or let's say right now, especially when you look at leagues and let's say, oh, DreamHack is in Montreal or Anaheim this time, right? And you want to watch it, and aside from aside from actually going to an event, you just have to watch it on Twitch or on stream. At least this gives like a little bit of a experience to come out and like experience it with your buddies or with your like whoever, and watching it at a spot where it's like, yeah, there's more enhancement to sound and sight and stuff, right? And it's a different like viewer, it's a different different viewer experience, different kind of spectatorship than that we're used to right now in esports. So I think it's also a testing thing to see like if it's gonna work out. I think I don't know, I think it can work well.
Even just consuming sports, I don't think like basketball has ever done this. Like
well, at the NBA playoffs they did here. Remember when the Raptors made the thing? They opened up the
theater.
As well. I mean, they opened up theater, obviously not IMAX.
But not IMAX.
But I mean, it uses the same infrastructure, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna use the same like buildings and stuff that you don't have to like add any. You're just adding esports to it, right? So yeah, like I know pay-per-view fights or like WWE have those events too. Like they'll have it in IMAX or in thing. So we'll see.
Or imagine going to like an esports venue that's like sponsored or supplied by IMAX. That's an experience to witness.
Imagine watching like again League of Legends, CS:GO, watching
like the grand finals, just people going in.
See the guy go like flick and it's
like
like
crazy flick.
Oh, I have a question here too. So talking about this, what's one esports you would love to watch in IMAX?
I'm a bandwagon, but it'd be League because like I'm on this League wave right now, and watching like League highlights gets me pretty amped. But I think Call of Duty too because of how fast paced it'd be.
I would say CS:GO or Rocket League. Yeah, CS:GO and Rocket League because of how like it seems like it really seems like an event when you watch them. And I think CS:GO and Rocket League are very easy to watch compared to something like League. Like easy to consume from a person that doesn't watch games. If you're just a viewer, you're just interested in watching an esports event, and you just stumble
hop in
theater and you're like, oh, let's watch an esports event. I think CS:GO and Rocket League are way easier to consume because you don't have to know about like.
You don't need too much like game knowledge. Like you can just watch as just a viewer.
Yeah, exactly. Like as a sports fan, I can watch soccer. I don't know all the intricacies of soccer, but I like watching soccer.
Watch the guy put the ball into the net. Easy as that. Yeah,
same with hockey. Like you can see momentum swings and stuff, but I don't get icing. I don't get all that stuff, right? So same with like League too. Don't get me wrong. Like you could watch like there's momentum shifts in League, and you can see sometimes when there's a big play. But I can't lie. 80% of the time when you're
like scratching your head.
I'm scratching my head, and all I hear is everyone going, "Whoa!" and I'm just like, "Yo!" Like
and you're not knowing why you're saying "yo."
Exactly. Like at least CS:GO, you can tell when the guy's like boom, and it just he shoots and he shoots. But yeah, what do you guys think? What games would you guys like to see in IMAX? What esports events would you like to see? Let us know in the comments and in the chat.